Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie, and I'm just having a look at. Choosing a house. I'm choosing a house because look, it's a lifestyle choice. Apparently now, according to Cruella Bravermann, living in a tent is a lifestyle choice. And so I'm just having a look at all the different options that maybe I can buy a nice house to live in a nice tent for my lifestyle choice. But of course, I can't take my tent and put it up in the street anywhere, like in England or anything. So, because I think she's going to ban tents because they get in people's way, those nasty, horrible, homeless people just get in everybody's way, don't they? And they can take their lifestyle choice and stick it where the sun doesn't shine because we're not having it. We're not having these tents on our streets uh, interrupting normal law-abiding people trying to go into Greg's or go into the office, and in the way of these bloody tents getting in their way, these homeless people and their lifestyle choices. So why should they have a lifestyle choice? Anyway, let's have a look at what Suella's got to say about all this. So on Twitter, Suella, who actually she is a Conservative member of Parliament, and she actually is the Secretary of State. It's not a parody account. Honest to God, she really is. So, but as she says, the British people are compassionate. We will always support those who are genuinely homeless. But we cannot allow our streets to be taken over by rows of tents occupied by people. Many of them are from abroad. Oh my God, I have never known a person of colour be as racist as Cruella Braverman is. They're living on the streets as a lifestyle choice. Even our veterans, you know what? They come out of the army, they defend us, they, lay down their lives for our country, and they come out of the army and then they make a selfish lifestyle choice and go and live in a tent and get in all our ways when we're trying to go to work. When we're trying to go to work in this freedom that they've guaranteed for us, how selfish they are with their lifestyle choices. And unless, look, she tells us, and of course, she's right about everything. Cruella is always right. We know she's always right. She's not racist. She's not trying to encourage culture wars. She's not trying to encourage hatred so that nobody looks up to see what a mess she's making of everything. She's not doing that. No. She's right. What she says, unless we step in now to stop this, British cities will go the way of places in the US, like San Francisco and Los Angeles, where weak policies have led to an explosion of crime, drug taking, and squalor. Because all these druggies, they're also these lifestyle choices. All these alcoholics, it's like they're not addictions, they're lifestyle choices. And all those young people living on the streets who've run away from home because of abuse, it's a lifestyle choice. If they don't, why don't they just stay at home and be abused? Why do they have to go and live on the streets and get in all our ways? I mean, for God's sake, I totally agree with her. So nobody in Britain should be living in a tent on our streets. That's the one thing that I agree with her over. There are options for people who don't want to be sleeping rough. I wonder what those options are. What are those options, Cruella? Anyway, the government, this fantastic government that we've had for 13 years, that's why it's all worse, much worse than it was before. But it's not her fault or her government's fault. It's the Labour government from 1950 that caused all these problems. So there are options for people who don't want to be sleeping rough. The government is working with local authorities to strengthen wraparound support, including treatment for those with drug and alcohol addiction. Now, of course, they can't get a job until they've got a fixed address. But, it's a lifestyle choice, living in a tent. Why can't they live in their car? Well, okay, they haven't got a car, but You know, bloody lifestyle choice. They could find somewhere else. They can sleep in a bin, or they can sleep on, in a cardboard box or something. Why do they have to sleep in a tent? How dare they want the comfort of a tent to keep out the elements? So, what she wants to stop, she says it clearly here, and I agree with her. She's part of the law abiding majority. We all, as the law abiding majority, what we want to stop is people who cause a nuisance and distress to other people by being homeless. Being fucking homeless, causing distress and nuisance to normal law-abiding people who are lucky enough to have a fucking house to go home to. So these people, they pitch tents in public spaces. They aggressively beg. How dare they aggressively beg? Why don't they just, I don't know, get a job? Oh no, they can't get a job because they've got no fixed abode, or they've got drug addiction, or they've got an alcohol addiction. Oh, okay, but it's still a lifestyle choice. They're stealing, begging, taking drugs, littering, and blighting our communities. So I'm just wondering, if they're not allowed to have a tent, then where are they going to go? What will the next thing be? She's just going to go out with a fucking machine gun and just kill them all. Let's just do that. Let's just euthanize them all, and then we won't. That's the way to do it. We just euthanize them all, then we won't have that problem anymore. How dare they? How dare they interfere with our lives with their lifestyle choices? So maybe I won't look at that tent after all, because I don't want to be really gunned down by Cruella Bravermann. Now, next time you see someone in a tent begging on the street, desperate, a veteran, an addict, a young person who's had to leave home because they're being abused, just remember it's a lifestyle choice. For the law abiding majority, there's no need for this lifestyle choice. Yeah, I agree with Cruella. She's not a CUNT. Honestly, she's brilliant.